Hey Flosstube, it's Katie the Stash Queen coming to you on this Monday, July the 25th. I'm back! Had a great vacation with the family. We went to San Francisco. We weren't able to get to any stitchy shops or anything like that while we were there. We didn't rent a car. We dealt with public transit and had the kids there and didn't get a lot of stitching done, but that's okay. Left lots of holdovers for this week. But I've got a lot of other stuff to talk about. It was a good time. Caught a lot of Pokemon. It's fun. But we had a good time. It's nice to be back though. We're a month away from school starting again. I'm so excited. But all in all, it was a good time. I hope everyone's had a good stitchy couple of weeks since I saw you guys last. Like I said, got a lot to talk about, so let's go ahead and get started. Stitcherista, pardon me, asked, I'd love to see where and how you organize your stash, but maybe you did this in another video. She's watching earlier videos. This was a comment on an earlier video. And as I have said before, when my room is done, I will be happy to show it off. I have been saying this for a year now. Maybe when the kids get back to school. Then she also asked, what size hoop do I use? It looks like a 10-inch hoop. It is a 10-inch hoop. And then do I get a tight fit? Yep, like I showed in a tutorial for tension, I get great tension on my hoop. Stitching Joanne asked if I could do a flip through of the Cooler Designs book, and I'll be happy to do so, but I'm going to do it at the very end of this video, along with two other magazines, the 2016 Cross Stitch, Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue. I got that while I was gone. And then also I ordered the 2014 because I was missing that one. So I was going to do a flip through of all three of those things, but it'll be at the end after Stashquisition. So if you are interested, fast forward or watch the whole way through. And if you're not, you can skip it. Simply in Stitches said, or asked, is it the joy of stitching that helps you choose a project to do, or do you have a place in mind that you want to display it? Are you a process or product stitcher? Complex question. I don't stitch on anything I don't love. That's one rule I have. Not everything I stitch on is meant for me. Some of them are long-term gift ideas for other people. A lot of them are ornaments, so those will all go on my Christmas tree. I love the process of stitching, clearly, because of how many starts I have. But I also like the finished product. I just don't, I can't function, I guess you can call it Stitcher's ADD, whatever you want to call it. I don't like only having one project to work on. I get bored, and then I put it down and I don't do anything else. So a long time ago, I realized the more projects I have going on at a time, the happier I am as a stitcher. I have lots of bare walls in my house that will be filled up over the years. A lot of the series I do, you'll notice, especially now with all these starts, I'm over 200. I've got a ton of Halloween ones, which would only come out at Halloween. I've got Christmas ones that would only come out at Christmas. I've got seasonal ones where, in theory, I could flip through the seasons of what they are. But I've got walls in here, walls in my bedroom, walls in my living room. We've got space to put things when I plan on keeping them. Do I have an exact place where I want to put them yet? No. I just pick something that I think is beautiful and I would enjoy stitching, and whether it's for me or for someone else, there you go. And I am primarily process, but also product stitcher. Sasha Konstanko asked if how long stitching bits and bobs orders normally take. I don't know. I'm still waiting on mine. Depends on if they have to order stuff for you or not, is the general rule. Stitching Joanne also asked, what do you do with store your year of starts projects in at the end of the day, and how do you label them? Okay. You guys have seen, if you've been watching my videos for any length of time, every project that I have has its own bag. The bags all have what the name of the pattern is written on them. So this is the Magical Creatures bag. So I can easily see what the pattern is in there. I will store the piece. If it is small enough, I'll store the pattern, like my Mirabilias, my Brooks books, some of the smaller patterns that can fit, I will put in the pattern in there. If I'm using special floss, I will put the floss in there. I do not put DMC in. And I have this bag, I'm going to reach, I'm sorry. This bag, I fill up after each video, each week, with everything that I have talked about that I'm going to work on this week. It comes downstairs with me. It fits everything in it. This is also my carry-on bag for when I went on my trip. It's a great size bag. It's from Vera Bradley. It's awesome. And then when I come back, when I'm getting ready to do my videos each week, I put everything in here, bring it upstairs, empty it, organize it, and go. So, and then they go in the 2 bins that I have over here, one that's A through M and one that is N through Z. Let's see. Sarah Chapman asked me how many Needleminders do I have? A lot. I love them. Wendy Davis asked, when I get fabric where the edges haven't been serged, do I finish them? If so, do I use fray check or do I serge them myself? I don't always serge them. I know, yes. Oh. But I have yet to, in all of the years that I've been stitching, I have yet to have a project lose so much in fraying that it causes an issue. That being said, if I'm going to finish it, do it, I usually just do a whip stitch around the edges instead of doing anything else. But most of the fabrics I use come pre-serged. Or if I cut them, I'm not concerned about the edge. Then Brenda Romero asked, when you are stitching with color changing threads, do you have to stitch, have to cross stitch each one before you go to the next one? Do you have to? No. The best way to see the variegation in the floss is to do it 1x at a time. But there are many people, and I've seen some beautiful projects where they don't do 1x at a time and they do all the bottom legs and come back and do all the top legs. And it's a different effect. It becomes a more modeled effect rather than a distinct variegation pattern through the pattern. You do what's best for you, what you like the best effect of. But the general idea is, if you're using variegated thread, that yes, you do 1x at a time. Then the Swept Away Stitcher asked if I think I may do a year of starts next year. Like this one this year, no. I will not be doing another 365 starts next year. I have on the agenda right now, I haven't picked them out yet, but I have 13 starts scheduled for next year. One of them, Stitch Mania Sal's, and I'll get to talking about those at the end of the video. But one of the stitch alongs that we're doing next year is we're doing a modified year of starts, and on the 17th of every month, we're going to start a new project, whoever wants to participate in the stitch along. So that's 12 starts there. Haven't picked them out yet. And then January is New Year, New Start for the stitch along for Stitch Mania. So I'm sure I will do another new start in addition to that, so I don't have to wait till the 17th. So that's 13 starts. And then my rule of thumb will be, if I really want to start a piece, I will. If I finish a piece, I'm even more likely to start something else, but I'm not going to do a 365 start next year. We'll see how I'm feeling at the end of 2017 if I want to do it in 2018. Who knows? And those are my questions for the week. Thank you so much, you guys, as always, for your questions. I'm always happy to answer them. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer them next week. But first, I need a drink. All right, stitching. Past 2 weeks in review. Excuse me, got something in my eye. I did a lot of stitching, but I didn't get to everything that I had planned on when I saw you guys last. So I'm going to show you guys what I did. And then I know I have said in the past, and I've gotten into a habit of not showing things that are held over, but because it's been 2 weeks, I'm going to go ahead and show all of my holdovers, both the new starts, because I do have a couple of new starts that I'm holding over, and the whips, just so you guys can be fresh in my mind, fresh start. Now I'm back from vacation and go from there. But let's look this week. We'll start with my monthly stitch alongs, which I will finish this week in order to be ready for the first on Monday, next Monday, with a new one. Magical Creatures Calendar by Clouds Factory. I'm doing it on 32 Opal Belfast and Diva from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, using flosses and silks from Mo Sale. I have not done more than the July rather, that I showed you guys when I first did it. So from what I have seen in the stitch along group, this block doesn't seem to take very long to stitch up, so we'll get that done this week. Then let's get this back in here. I think I closed the bag when I was showing it to you guys. Then the next one that I have is my Postcards from the World by Clouds Factory. I did do a little bit on it. Here's where, and this is Rio de Janeiro. So I added a few colors in there. So some good progress. We'll keep going, because I like doing a color at a time in these blocks. It's just easier for me. So, and I'll get this done this week. Then the next one is Pumpkin Passport by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, which I am doing on 28 Job Linen Ice Goddess from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, using flosses and silks from Mo's Sale. I have not technically started Egypt yet. What I have done is I got the scarf border above Egypt section finished. So now I can, I was debating back and forth if I wanted to do that scarf portion of the border first, or if I wanted just to go ahead and jump into Egypt, but I got worried that I would be off with the spacing with the way Egypt is placed, with the clouds, especially at the top of it. So I went ahead and did the scarf. So that part is done, and then I'll work on Egypt this week. And then here is the whole piece, my Hoovian adventure so far. Then the last of my monthly stitch-alongs, I'm not as concerned about this week because I have what I have to have ready for August already done. It's the Lakeside Needlecraft Fantasy Stitch-Along, and I'm doing this on 28 Joblin in Nimue from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, using flosses from Jottery Designs. And I have all the circles finished. I got on a kick with doing the circles, so they are all done. So when August comes out on Monday, I can go ahead and get started. But here is a little bit closer up of the border. Once I finish the other stitch-alongs for this week, I will get back to working on the border on this. But the other 3 stitch-alongs are my priority this week. But all of the ones are done. And here's my little needle minder, my pooping unicorn needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. I had just enough thread to do the circles, and that color is used in a couple other places in the border, but I placed another order for that, so that should be in any time now. It's coming with my monthly threads from Jottery when those come. Then for my focus for a finish, Sundays Do the House by Coffee Stitcher Designs, and I will put a link to it below because it's an electronic pattern. I filled in more of the house. I am doing this on solo dye from Silk Weavers, and I'm subbing out flosses for things from Dragonfly Lotus is the border or the outline of the house, and inside I'm using some Weeks Dye Works. Got my Wicked Witch needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. See, I did all the border of the house so I could do some mindless stitching, but I like the effect of this. The Weeks, what color is it? It is, the border is done in Foxy Mulberry Silk, and then the internal is Daylily, which looks really orange on here, but because I think of the green of the background and the foxy outline, it looks more of a light, like a brownish shade, and I like the variegation kind of looking like wood paneling, so I'm happy with it so far. So I'll keep working on that. Then my Annual Mania Stitch Along for the past 2 weeks, I kept my chatelaine, my Tuscany Town Mandala chatelaine. And I am doing this on 32 Lugana in Chime from Picture This Plus, who's having a sale today only. You have till midnight. It's their Christmas in July sale. So I got the darker blue internal portion of this done and then start on this lighter blue in there. So here's where we are at this point. And my minders from Minding My Minders. Then for the monthly Mania sales, this is the last week of It's a Sunshine Day, which is any summery pattern you want to use. So for week 2, I worked on Rainbow Parfait by Glendon Place. And I'm doing that on 32 Lugana in Mesa from Picture This Plus. And here's where I got to. I was able to do more, come on, Katie. I was able to do more of these triangle section in that corner right there. And my minders from Gina's Unique Boutique. And then week 3, let's get this back in there. Finished up. Started and finished since I saw you last. And I worked on Twisted Rainbow Sampler from Northern Expressions Needleworks, and this is the specialty stitch version. And I am doing this one on 32 Lugana in Ariel from Picture This Plus, and I'm using Silks from Jottery. And here's where I got to. I finished band 3, and I started on band 4, the specialty stitches. I did the first 2 portions of specialty stitches, which is a scallop stitch, and I think it's the Norwegian stitch, and I forget which little one is the 3rd one. And I started the 3rd row. So the 3rd row was in this color. See, can I show you guys a little bit closer? Maybe not. There's Norwegian, the scallop stitches, and then I forget which ones these are. So I have those little squares go up all the way, and then I'll finish that color, and then the next color will come through. And I've got I have Flying Monkeys, Don't Make Me Use the Needleminder from Gina's Unique Boutique. I'm really happy with how this is turning out so far. Then yesterday, week 4 started. I haven't done anything on it yet, so I've got it to show you guys what I'm going to be working on this week, because it will go through until Sunday, because next Monday starts the next stitch along. Then yesterday was our Color a Day stitch along for Stitch Mania, and it was back in black, and I did Raven Queen from Mirabilia. Are we shocked? Had to pull out Regina. Didn't get a lot of time to work on her because I was busy with other things for Stitch Mania this weekend, as almost everyone will know about. But I did start working on the black part of her glove on this side over here, so I got a good portion started with that. And this is being done on, where is my notes up here? 28 Joblin and Andromeda from Under the Sea Fabrics, and my minders from Nifty Needle Nannies. So notes. So year of start. See, this is one that, to go back to a question earlier, this pattern will fit into this bag, so I keep it all together with the specialty flosses and it says Raven Queen. All right, year of starts. I was able to get to 10 of the 14 scheduled starts. The other 4 are rolling over. I'm not doing them. I'm just, the 4 days I was out of town, it put me behind. So, but let's see what I did get done this week. First was the Naughty Reindeer Train Santa's Express, which is this one right here. And it's from Cross Stitch and Needleworks Holiday 2015 issue. And I'm doing each one individually on 14 count silver perforated paper. So here is Santa's Express. Then the next one that I did was an electronic pattern, so I'll put a link to it below. It was The Doctors by Wee Little Stitches, and I am doing it on 32 Belfast in Blue Bonnet from Under the Sea Fabrics. Let's get this hanging thread back here. And here's where I started with the first Doctor. Got my TARDIS needle minder from Minding My Minders. But I think this is going to be really pretty with all the Doctors on here. It's like TARDIS-y and outdoorsy, or sciencey and spacey, and then the next one that I started is called Butterflies and Blooms, and it is from the World of Cross Stitching issue number 201, and I am stitching this one on 28 Lugana in Chime from Picture This Plus. I got this from a Stitchy box, and I'm using DMC variegated flosses. Some of them are the old retired ones, like with numbers like 58 and 42, but here's where I started with it. That's where I've got it started. And I have this little upside down at the moment Snow White needle minder from Minding My Minders. But I'm kind of just picking out the flosses as I go and then making notes so I can remember when I come back to it which one I used. Then the next one that I started was A Bride's Prayer by Paula Vaughn. And I'm doing this on a 16 count off-white Aida. And here is where we got started on. Worked on the pillars of the bed, and I have my little chocolate covered needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies because I had lots of those at my wedding. Because duh. Goes over there. Need another drink. That was one thing. San Francisco was really cold, like 50s really cold, which when you're used to 100 degrees in July means that we were all wearing coats and jacket, like long sleeves, and it was very strange. But coming to that and then coming back to the heat, and my throat and allergies have been kind of wonky since. But hello.
We need you.
Why do you need me?
Because I don't know what Pokemon this is.
Well, okay, I'll be down in a little bit, okay?
Come on, just come.
I can't come right now.
Yes.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back. Pokemon emergency. Sorry. And it wasn't even a Pokemon that I knew. I know the original 150. I don't know much past, no, many of them past that. This is not part of the original 150. Okay. Sorry. Where was I? Next one, maybe you guys got a good look at my display of Needleminders while I was gone. Next one I have is from Just Cross Stitch 2012 ornament issue. Out of breath when I get down the stairs. It's called Holly Cross. It's actually by Ink Circles. And I am doing this one, sorry, on a scrap from my stash. I just started working on the design in the middle. My Grinch Needleminder from Nifty Needle Nannies. Then the next one is from Just Cross Stitch's 2007 ornament issue. And it is called Christmas Blessings. It's this one right here. And I am doing this one on another scrap from Stash, which I didn't cut down but should have. So there's where I was able to get started. A little tree there. And my Elf on the Shelf Needleminder from Nifty Needle Nannies. Because we all need an elf on the shelf. Then the next one is from the Best of Cooler Design Studios book. This is the one I will be doing a flip through at the end of the video. But you can see one of them for now. It's Celtic Angel. And she's stunning. I just love her. And I am doing her on 32 Jobelin in Celtic Christmas from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And here's where I was able to get to this point. Green. It's a Celtic Angel. There's lots of green. And then I have this pretty angel Needleminder from Brenda's Minders and More. That's 7. Then the next one that I did was from Just Cross Stitch's August 2014 issue, which is their ornament preview issue. And it is this one here called Christmas Tree. It's really pretty. And I am doing this on 32 Belfast in Frozen Margarita from Under the Sea Fabrics. And how does this go? This way. Here's what I was able to get to so far. I love the way it looks on the Frozen Margarita. I think this is going to be awesome. And my minder is a Pink Tree Needle Minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. Then the next one came from Just Cross Stitch's August 2015 issue, which is another ornament preview issue. And it was the Truly Endless Knot #1, which is that one right there, also by Ink Circles. And I totally am substituting everything out. I am doing it on 32 Lugana in Mint from Picture This Plus, and I'm using silks from Mo's Sale. So here is where we are at this point, the little sparkles in the middle. And then my minder is from Minding My Minders. And I plan on doing, when I do Truly in This Knot number 2, same color fabric, same color flosses. So it'll be a nice matching pair. And then my last new start for this week is an electronic pattern, so I'll put a link to it below. It is the Princess Alphabet from Pixel Power, and I am doing this on 32 Belfast in Brigid from Under the Sea Fabrics. And here's the first princess, Ariel, Are We Shocked? And the minder is my crown needle minder from Minding My Minders. I will say, and I've said this before, this piece is not only Disney princesses. Yes, it has its share of Disney princesses, but it also has Daisy from Super Mario. It has Ozma from The Wizard of Oz. It has Galadriel from Lord of the Rings. It has Leia from Star Wars. It has Xena, Warrior Princess. It has Wonder Woman. It has all sorts of different princesses and all sorts of different fandoms and genres, and I just think it's awesome. So those were the new starts that I was able to get to this week. The ones that I'm holding over, I will show you when I show you my plans for this upcoming week. Next thing that I have to show you, I did do 2 whips this past 2 weeks. The first one was Rose Fairy by Joan Elliott. And I am stitching her on 28 Joblin in Fairy Dance from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And I worked on her hair some this time. And my little needle minder is a Spring Fairy Book needle minder from Pinoy Stitches. I didn't feel like doing 1 over 1 skin when I picked this up, so wasn't in the mood. And then the other that I worked on this week was my Royal Holiday by Mirabilia, also known as the Christmas Queen. And I am doing her on 32 Opal Belfast in Autumn Splendor from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And here is where we are at this point, working on some more colors in her skirt. I have this little ornament needle minder from Minding My Minders. So yeah, that was my 2 weeks worth of stitching. Got a lot done, not as much as I wanted, but you know, the vacation was awesome, and that was what was more important. Okay, so moving on. Next up are plans for my upcoming week. Like I said already, the monthly mania or the monthly stitch-alongs are the priorities. We've got the magical creatures, we've got postcards, and we've got pumpkin passport. They're the top 3 priorities. When I get those 3 done, I can work on the Lakeside Needlecraft border some more. I will continue working on the focus for a finished piece, which is my Some Days You're the House by Coffee Stitcher. The annual Mania Stitch Along, for me, it is a Brooks Books week. And this time we've got the Spirit of Oz Santa up in the rotation. And here's what I have on it at this point. I have Dorothy done, the Scarecrow, Toto, and a Tin Man. So I will probably start on the Lion, I think is the next one that it has on the pattern. And I'm also using this one today. I'm cheating. Today is also in Stitch Mania a 1-day Winter Holidays in July stitch along. And so this is Christmas. I'm going to use this one. Then the monthly Mania stitch along this week is the It's a Sunshine Day stitch along. I am doing the Sugar is Sweet sampler by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I will include a link to it below. But I am doing this on 28 Joblin and Highland Heather using flosses from Mo's Sale. And this fabric is from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. Here's what I have so far. And I pulled a lot of different flosses so I can figure out, I'm just going to kind of mix and match with how things go. And this is a Harry Potter needle minder from Delicious Threads. See, I pulled, and all of them are sweet sugar names like licorice and gummy bear and jelly bean and apple cider. And I did that on purpose. Because this is gelato and I forget what the other one is. But it's another sweets dessert thing. So I'll work on that this week. Then, like I said, we have the next stitch along starts on August 1st, which is next Monday. So I will wait until next Monday to show you guys what I'm doing for that stitch along. And the winter holidays in July. One day stitch-alongs today. Any winter holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it may be. And I'm doing, like I said, my Spirit of Oz Santa for that. Year of starts. Did have some holdovers, like I mentioned. Only 4, but this will finish out my month of July. So I'm going to show you guys everything. The first one is from Joan Elliott's Cross Stitch Sentiments and Sayings books. And as I've had issues with this in the past, let's see if I can do this. It's the Mothers Are Angels in Training Mother's Day pattern. And I'm just doing it on a scrap of Ada that I had in my stash. And my needle minder is my Daisy Girl Scout needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. Then Patriotic Sampler supplies still haven't come in. If they come in, I'll do it. Not commenting. Then the next one is an electronic pattern. I'll put a link to it below. It is Yoda by Natali Needlework, and I'm going to be doing it on a white even weave. But here is, just plain white even weave, but I've got my little Yoda needle minder from Minding My Minders. Then here's 3 worth. The Prairie School alphabet, the next 3 letters, J, K, and L. J is for jack-o'-lantern, K is for kitty, L is for leaves. And I'm doing this entire series on 32 Joblin and Toasted Almond from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. So here's what we've got so far. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. And that's all we've got so far. So J will start below the A over here. And my minder is a Wonder Woman minder from Minding My Minders. So those 3 letters will be started this week. May start them all on the same day. Who knows? Because the J was scheduled for this past 2 weeks and I just didn't get to it. K and L are new because they weren't scheduled originally. Because my last holdover is Lily Fairy, which is by Joan Elliott. And I am doing her on 28 Joblin and Artemis from Under the Sea Fabrics. It's pretty purple fabric. And my minder is this Daughter of Alice needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. Now the rest of these are not holdovers. These were the ones that were scheduled for this week. K and L. Then my Mirabilia, the Queen of Freedom. And I am doing this one on 32 Belfast and Glory from Under the Sea Fabrics, which is big and I will need to cut it down, but it's a pretty red, white, and blue sunburst type. And my minder is just this pretty red, white, and blue heart from Nifty Needle Nannies. And then we have L. Next one I know a lot of people are excited about, including me. It's my crown for Alessandra Adelaide. I am doing this one on a 32 Belfast Jewel from Under the Sea Fabrics. Green because my birthstone is green. And I'm doing it all in beads. This is Silver Lined Gold. These are all Delicas. This is Silver Lined Clear. And this is Silver Lined Light Gold. This is what my crown is going to be done in. Luckily they're not open because that would have been really bad. I'm excited. I think a lot of other people are too. Oh, and my minder is this little blingy crown needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. She's become like my source of crown needle minders because she always has a bunch of them. Good with these beads in here. Then the last three I have is an electronic patterns. This first one I believe you can find in a Just Cross Stitch magazine, but I have it electronically. So if I can, I'll put a link to it below. If not, I will find the Just Cross Stitch issue it was in. But it was Queen Anne's Lace by Nora Corbett, and I am doing it on 32 Jobeland and Isolde from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And I'm using a Glinda Needleminder from Needleminder. Then the next one is definitely an electronic pattern. It is the Austen alphabet, Jane Austen, from Fangirl Stitches. And I am doing it on 32 Jobeland in Sea Witch from Under the Sea Fabrics. Another really pretty purple fabric. And my minder is Keep Calm and Read Jane Austen that Kate, the Queen of Starts, gave me. Thank you, Kate. And then my last start for July is Pretty Little New York by Satsuma Street. And I'll put a link to it below. And I am doing it on 32 Belfast and As You Wish from Under the Sea Fabrics. Pretty blue and green. And my minder is Statue of Liberty minder from Minding My Minders. Because New York. I have to buy the San Francisco one now because I've been to San Francisco. That's how I determined which ones of the Satsuma Street I was going to buy, or I was going to do. I had to have been to the place. So I haven't been to some of them. So. Okay, whips for the week. These are all holdovers, but since you haven't seen some of them in a while, I'm going to go ahead and show them all to you, because plus I also had 14 when I did the last video. So, first one is an electronic pattern. I'll link to it below. It is my Sampler Through the Stones from Crown Street Cottage. And I am doing this on 32 Belfast and Umbriel from Under the Sea Fabrics. And I've got a roof. This is when I started for the Outlander Stitch Along. There's the roof that I'm working on. And there's my Jamie Needleminder from Minding My Minders. I started reading, not book 2, but I think it's book 3 of the series while on vacation to get ready for some of what's coming. Then the next one that I have is Santa by Jim Shore. It's a Mill Hill kit. And here is where I am at this point. And I've got my little penguin needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. Then this next one is from Mill Hill. It is Santa and Rudolph. And here is where I am at this point. Oh, this Santa's beard, not much else. Let's get that in there. Then the fourth whip that I pulled for this week. I'm hearing noises in a minute. Maybe someone's getting a new roof. We should get ours soon. From the 365 Cross Stitch Designs book, this is the 2013 issue. It is Santa's Sleigh Ride by Joan Elliott. And I am doing this one on 32 Opal Belfast and Winter Solstice from Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. Don't have a whole lot done on it so far, but here we go. And I have my little Rudolph needle minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. Then the next two are electronic patterns. So I'll put links below. The first one is Sherlock from Wee Little Stitches. And I'm doing this on a 32 Belfast solo die from Silk Weavers. It's got a little Sherlock in the middle. This is my murder scene fabric. And I got a Sherlock and Watson needle minder from Minding My Minders. Saw the preview for 2017 for Sherlock. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Then the next one is also electronic pattern. speaking of Sherlock. It's the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle mini library, and I'm doing this on 32 Lugana and pewter from Picture This Plus. And I've got this one, and those actually two colors. And I have my Sherlock Key Needleminder from Nifty Needle Nannies. And then the last whip I pulled is my really big one. My Skater's Village Tree Skirt from Dimensions Gold Collection. And here's where we are at this point. So, and I have that minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. So those are my plans. Got a lot of stitching to do this week, but that's okay. I'm looking forward to it. All right, stash acquisitions. I had a lot of stuff come in the last couple of weeks. I had placed an order with 123 Stitch to get the 2016 ornament issue, but I also threw in a couple other little things. Some needles and some Krennic that I was running out of. It's the 051 High Luster, number 4 braid. And then, oh, I am so in love with these. So in love with these. The Renaissance Santas from Mill Hill. I still want all the Celtic ones too, but Florence has a special place in my heart, so I got the Florence Santa. Love, 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 love. This is just an awesome series. Then my fabric of the month from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie came in. This is 28 Joblin in Apple Blossom. It's a really pretty pink. It's really pretty. I like it muchly. Don't know what I'll put on it yet. But I have another few months of starts to figure out. Then, speaking of fabric, I had placed an order with Under the Sea Fabrics with some of their fabrics that were being retired, so I wanted to get some for my stash. This is 32 Joblin in Vineyard. I got a fat quarter for each of these. Then the next one is Mayan Apocalypse, which I have one that I'm using if this is a different one. This is a 32 Joblin in Mayan Apocalypse, which is very different than the one that I am doing. Just shows you how different fabrics take things differently. Then this one is a 32 Joblin in Chesapeake Bay. Pretty blues. Now I have the Animaniacs on in my head. That was in there with a Chesapeake Bay. Sorry. And then the last one that came is Blackened Indigo, which is a 28 Joblin. It's like a gray and purple. There's one other that she was that she forgot to send, and she's sending that with my Fabric of the Month. So when Fabric of the Month comes in, I'll have 2 more to show. Then I'm not going to do a flip through on these unless someone requests it. So if you are interested in a flip through on any of these that I'm about to show you, the more vintage magazines, just put a comment below and I will do a flip through next week. But I picked up some of these from Brenda of Brenda's Minders and More when she was doing some stash clean out. And some of usually it was the cover or something that I knew about in those that I was just interested in, and getting some more of the vintage ones. This one is Cross Stitch and Country Crafts from January, February 1994. This is Cross Stitch and Country Crafts from September, October 1986. I was 6 years old. This one is Leisure Arts Magazine, November, December 1987. I got it because I love that Santa. Then this is a prize-winning Angels Ornament Supplement from Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. This one is Leisure Arts, December 1992. Again, I got it for the Santa. This is Cross Quick, Easy Projects for Cross Stitch Lovers, their premiere issue. Couldn't tell you when, but I like that sampler in the front. I thought it was cute. Then here's another Leisure Arts. This is from late spring 1994. It has more than just cross stitch in it, but I love that. And this is a Christmas year-round needlework and craft ideas. It is, again, not just cross stitch, but I'm always a Christmas fan. And this last one is the best holiday issue ever of just cross stitch. I think this is before they started doing just like ornament issues, but I had to get it. So there's some really cool projects in them. I did some flip throughs of my own, and there's some really interesting things that are in there that I might be interested in doing. Then I did my monthly order from Stony Creek. They had for free when I went, not sure if it's still free now, the Halloween is in the Air pamphlet. This was a free pamphlet when I went to order, because then I went also to order my Merry Christmas banner to the July 2006 pattern. Or 2016 rather, 2016. And then I also got the next color of memory thread that I needed for my Spirit of Oz Santa, which is 6010 brown. Then we have Needleminders, because I needed more. All right, 3 different orders or 3 different sets. First one is from Brenda's Minders and More. I got 2 Captain Hook. It's Captain Guyliner, because he can wear guyliner. Captain Hook, a castle, and then this one's hot. It's easy to see in person. It's hard to see, I think, on the screen because it's reflecting. But it's all the Star Trek, the new casts. Chris Pine in there and all of them. Have you been able to tell I'm a big fan of Captain Hook? Then the next set, I actually had part of this and I forgot to show it last video, so I apologize, Vanessa, I didn't get to this last video. But these are Nessa's Needleminders. This was my first order with her. Got this really pretty Ariel silhouette, it's cute little girls in the camera. And then I had to go back and order some more. I have this really pretty, like the Disney Mickey and Minnie painting kind, and then black and white villains, because I just thought that was striking. And speaking of villains and princesses, you got the princesses with their villains, and then this is the mother on, is it Olivia? Sophia the First, which is a show on Disney Channel. I got it because she's a brunette with a crown and a pretty pink dress. And then my last set came from Nifty Needle Nannies. The first ones were a different set of the villains, all in color. And then a Jamie Needleminder that says, "I'll thank you to take your hands off my wife." Really intense scene when that happens. I'm not going to give it away, but it's a really intense scene when that quote is said. And then this set, when she posted these, is like, "One of everything, please." Uh-oh. This is not going to be good. Not have everything. Okay. Can we see them? We have a Merida and a Hermione, a Belle with her Hogwarts house, Maleficent with her Hogwarts house. This is, believe it's Mulan. Yeah, Mulan and Rapunzel. So Belle is Hufflepuff, or not Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw. Maleficent is Slytherin. Mulan is Gryffindor, and Rapunzel is Hufflepuff. Then I have a pink and black Batman symbol, because hello. And then Girl Power, which is Hello Kitty for Supergirl, Batgirl, and Wonder Woman. And then I have seen these in several places, and I finally couldn't resist. It is the Starbucks Doctor Who mashups. So it's River Song Sweet Tea, Sweet Tea. The Scar Roast Coffee for Scarro, which is the planet that the Daleks are from. Then Caffeinate, instead of Exterminate. Then the Empty Child Coffee. And then this is the Cyberman coffee. I couldn't resist. Got all those? Okay, and then the other 2 stash positions I had were the 2016 Halloween issue from Just Cross Stitch and the 2014 Halloween issue from Just Cross Stitch. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do quick flip throughs through the Cooler Design Studios and those 2 Halloween magazines. So if you're not interested in flip throughs, that's fine. I will see you guys next time. Otherwise, settle back and let's go ahead and look through. We will start with the best of Cooler Design Studios, since I was asked specifically for that. I got mine at Joann's a couple of years ago, but I see it all the time when I go in. It is not hardcover. It is a soft cover, but it's a nice, thick, soft cover. So, and it has designs from the 4 designers four big designers. Linda Gillum, Barbara Batts-Hillman, Sandy Orton, and Nancy Rossi all have sections in here, and their patterns, it's divided up by designer. So the first section is Linda Gillum's, and it gives a little preview of what her pieces are in there. Her first one is A Tale of Three Fish, which you have a fisherman in your life. Then we have The Kiss of the Sun. It's really pretty. And the only thing you're seeing, if you're seeing anything pattern-wise, is color key. You're not going to see the pattern. That I can assure you. Then this one is Bless the Animals. It's a pretty animal sampler. I like how the alphabet is done in all different sort of animal patterns. But it's also got dogs and cats as well as wild animals. You don't see that very often. You usually see it like a dog or a cat or the wild animals. You don't see kittens with panda bears and dogs with elephants. So I do like that. Then this one is One Can Never Have Too Many Cats. The cat lover in your life. This one I really like. This is called Yankee Doodle Dandy. I will probably do this one at some point. I think it's beautiful. Then we have The Animals Came 2 by 2. This is a Noah's Ark. This is also very pretty. From the Noah's Ark lover in your life. Then this one is called Willow Ware Classic. Very pretty Delft pottery with flowers and tulips and such. Then this is a summertime sampler. All things summery. And I will say, the book is really good because it tells you what the design was stitched on, how it was stitched, how many blends there are, the stitch count, the design size, and the patterns are really easy to read. Then the second section is Barbara Batts-Hillman, Celtic Angel. We have A Perfect Peony, which is beautiful. Then we have My Favorite Hat Collection, which is just kind of fun. Then this one is the Spring Fever sampler. Pretty flowers and springtime stuff. Then Celtic Angel. Seen that one. Then the next one is Crate Label Carrots. Sorry, the pattern's on the other side of this page. It's meant to be stitched. Actually, no. They stitched that black. But I would actually possibly think about stitching it all black fabric. The next, there's a Crate Label Lemons. I like that one. I have nothing I would need it for, but it's cute. And then here's a Crate Label Tomatoes. Try not to show the patterns on those. Then here is Oriental Kimono, if you like the Oriental motifs. Then this one is Country Nasturtium. I don't know how to pronounce that flower. Sorry. But it's pretty. And then we move into the third section, which is Sandy Horton. And gives a little bio, and I do have plans on doing this one someday. Bless Our Family. It's a beautiful family tree. Just beautiful. Not sure when, but I do have plans to do it. Then this one is My Old-Fashioned Paper Doll. I think this one could be fun if you did it on perforated plastic and actually made it a paper doll. That would be fun. And then this one's called Nature's Wisdom Sampler, which has just different flowers. Sorry, didn't realize I hit the thing. It says, the beauty of each blossom speaks silently of love. Then here is To Everything There Is a Season, which is an autumn sampler. I like that one. The colors are really pretty. Then we have The Lord is My Shepherd. It's the 23rd Psalm. I also think that one's gorgeous. This one might be a little bit harder. Okay. Sorry, gonna see a little bit of the Halloween issue in this. This is a hummingbird bookmark right there. And then this one is the lady and her book bookmark. Patterns are right on the page. And two more bookmarks. This one is Mr. Automatic. And this one is Fish School. What's black and white and red all over? A book. And two more bookmarks. This one is Monkey See, Monkey Do. And this one is A Treasure Waits. Treasure Within, pardon me. And then give us, Lord, a bit of sun. It says, give us, Lord, a bit of sun, a bit of work, and a bit of fun. Give us all in struggle and sputter our daily bread and a bit of butter. Then this next one is Simple Blessing Sampler. It's all done in red, but you could easily sub out other colors. And then the last section is Mary Rossi's. Oh, Nancy Rossi, excuse me, Nancy. This is Autumn's Harvest Wreath. Really pretty. This one is Dreaming of Tuscany. I've done a similar pattern by a similar name, but not the same one. But I'm a big fan. This one is Bless Thee and Keep Thee. It says, the Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his force to shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. It's Numbers 6:24-26. Then this one is Birdhouse Neighborhood. I've done this house and bird separately for a quilt for the World of Charity Stitching. It's a cute set all the way through. And this is the woods behind my house. I like this one a lot because I have woods behind my house. And this is Moonlit Cranes. This one was stitched on Black Ada. And then I think this is the last one. It's called A Moment of Tranquility. Pretty seashells with the ocean. I think that's really cool with the ocean in the background. And yes, you stitch that ocean. Oh, one more. Around the Point. For the sailor or lighthouse lover in your life. And that is it. Really good book. Lots of beautiful patterns in it. I highly recommend it. We're going to break an hour, people. Haven't done that in a while. All right, I'll do the 2014 Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue first. I just didn't have this one in my stash. A lot of you probably have already seen it, but I'm going to flip through anyway. This is called Trick or Treat. It's very cute. This one is a Trick or Treat trio, little tags. This one is a Halloween skull. Could easily sub out colors on that one for those candy skulls. I'm not a big candy skull person myself, but I know a lot of people are. This is Happy Owloween, which is a bunch of different owl patterns. This one is the Witchy Hat Door Hanger, which is very cute. I gotta rush through it because my phone is starting to not be happy. This is Midnight Ride. Happy Halloween. Here is Super Cute Pumpkin Girl. Then here's some patchwork pumpkins. I've seen these before. They're really cute. Little different blackwork patterns and stuff in there. Then this one is called Scary Night. Alphabet sampler with some words thrown in. Here is Halloween Hoot Owl. Very cute. And then here's Witchy Time, which is some ornaments, several different ornaments. Then this is Witch's Cottage pincushion jar. Cute little top for a pincushion. Here is candy wreath. Looks like you do all these on either, it looks like perforated paper and you can put them on a wreath. This one is Halloween black work, because it's all in black. But you could easily do it in other things too. Then we have Witchy Tea Time. Time, T-H-Y-M-E. And this was Sale at the Bubbling Cauldron. I like this one a lot. Then we have Pumpkin Patch, which is another set of ornaments. Cute little. Then this one is Bullfrog Witch Door Hanging. Frog, beware! Ribbit, ribbit. Then we have the Halloween Collage. I like this one a lot too. I think this is really pretty. This one is a Halloween needlebook. This one is Haunted House. Cute little ghosties. This one is the Ghostly Mandala. I know that one's been popular. Here's Goblins Come to My Door. Just a little triplet of little trick-or-treat outfits. This one is Spiders and Chevrons. Oh my. Looks like they used it on plastic canvas to do a picture frame, which is a really cute idea. Here is Happy Halloween Crow. Very simple. This is Boo. This one is Things That Go Bump. I like this a lot. From ghoulies and ghosties and long-legged beasties, the things that go bump in the night, good Lord, deliver us. Robert Burns. And that is it for the 2014 issue. Real quick, okay. Let's get to 2016 issue. I ordered these both from 123 Stitch, and they came very quickly. Here is the pumpkin grid. 6 different pumpkins, and it says in here, I believe, that there are 3 more in another set, but I can't remember. It's all about the treats. Cute on trick-or-treat bag. This one is the pumpkin tree. I like this one. By Ink Circles. This one is called 31st of October. Primitive pattern. Creepy Critters. It's a bunch of different ornaments. Rats and cats and werewolf warnings and a rooster. And then the next one is Trick or Treat coasters. Oh, cute 4 set of coasters. Trick or treats, no my peep. Then this is called Tonight It's Halloween. Then here is another Sugar Skull. It's a Sugar Skull pillow. Again, you could probably do it in different colors if you wanted to. And here's some more treat bag tags. Then a Halloween Biscornu. Let me try my hand as a Biscornu next year. That may be a challenge for me. Then we have an owl bookmark, which I'm folding this over because the pattern's on the page. There's the Halloween, or the owl bookmark. And then Things That Go Boo. Another set of ornaments. Here is the key. Then we have Spiders and the Crow. And then here is Rebecca and Pals. This is really cute. Stitch the dress and make the doll. It's really cute. Gives instructions on how to do it. These are a Halloween Harvest pincushion pair. This is a Wicked Crash. Looks like a witch ran into a fence post. Then here is an earring and pendant set. Kind of cool, a little bit different. Here is Night Music. Mew, mew. Then here is the Witch's Library. I like this one a lot. All the different witchy books. Then here is Wicked Night, another set of ornaments. Then we have the skeleton key. Looks like this is what was stitched. And here from the Frosted Pumpkin, Trick or Treat Pals. Very cute. Then the Halloween Black Cat, the pattern on the cover. Then this one is Halloween Typography, which is cool. Then the Seasons in Chalk Halloween. Love this one. So awesome. Let's see. A couple more. This is Potions, Brew, and Spells. It's a sampler. Then we've got Halloween Magic. I like this one a lot too. I think it's really pretty. I like her dress. Then here is a Spooky Ride. Very cute. And here's another Halloween frame. Looks like the same kid in it. A little bit more complex of a frame. It's an easy enough pattern that you could certainly sub out the colors to do it for other themes too. And that is it. And we are way over an hour. So, plans. My August preview video for the year starts will be done some point this week. I spent this weekend, if you remember Stitch Mania, you noticed this, planning the many sales and scheduling the events for them for 2017. We are done scheduling for 2017. So check out all of the stitch alongs. We've got a ton. We've got ones that are one day. We've got ones that are seasons. We have ones that are months. We have ones that are weeks. We have ones that are just everything. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're really, really excited. Next week's the Olympics stitch along. It starts for the Olympics in Rio. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Other than that, I hope everyone has a wonderful stitch week. And I'll see you guys next time.